So, a little bit of a different one here today. This is a little project I've had for the past few months to try to get a debug menu working in Uncharted Golden Abyss, and I finally succeeded. There's actually two parts to that. There's the debug menu and a separate function called Unlock All Chapters, which, well, you can see it here. If I click on it, it will unlock all the chapters. If I make a new save, just to show you that there's nothing here that was unlocked beforehand, let it do that. And then it says chapters unlocked. Go ahead to chapters, and then I think you have to go and do it again. Yeah, it reappears, and then there you go. Every single chapter in the game is now unlocked. So that's it. That's a completely separate function from the debug menu, but I thought I would enable that as well, since it is pretty handy. And we'll go with this chapter. We'll go on normal. Okay, so here we are in game. I've just played ahead a little bit, and if I hit the pause menu, you'll see there's an option here called Debug, and if we head into that, we get our own little debug menu. Now it's a bit different for any of you that have played around with Naughty Dog's debug menus. It's not the same, since this isn't made by Naughty Dog. It gives you a few options. There's 5 options here. The first one is Invulnerability, which, funnily enough, means that you cannot die. Position display, if we turn that on, gives us some little coordinates in the top left, which would have been handy for when they were testing this game. If there's any crashes, they could say it happened at 22.79, yada yada yada. If we go into debug again, we have infinite ammo, which, well, I'll let you guess what that does. Journal unlocked, set to true. I think we have the journal unlocked anyway, but that's in case you didn't have it unlocked beforehand. And also reset chapter, and all that does is it puts you right back to the start of the chapter, but it seems to take away all of your weapons, so you'll start with no guns, no nothing, so we'll avoid that for now. But if we go up ahead to where some enemies are, I can show you the infinite ammo and the invincibility working. Yeah, there's not an awful lot to this debug menu, but it's more than nothing, certainly. The infinite ammo works the same as the infinite ammo in the cheat menu in Uncharted 1 and 2, where it's only infinite once you actually run out. So as you can see, my ammo is actually going down, if you can see it behind the coordinates there. But once I get down to 0, he should reload, even though he's got nothing in his clip. Oop, if I don't let this guy kill me. Well, saying that, your health goes all the way down to grey, but you can't actually die. You just get punched around a bit, but your health never actually goes any further. And yeah, so I reloaded even though I had no ammo in my gun. And that's really all there is. Like I said, not a very big menu, but I think it was in a preview for the game, before it came out, there was a very small gameplay clip in which somebody paused the game and it showed a debug menu option, and I thought, that's where it is. Okay, I'll try and re-enable it. And it took me a few months of on and off trying, but eventually I managed to do it. Shoot this last guy here. And
nice try.
yeah, there it is. It looks a bit broken, but that's actually the way it's supposed to be laid out. It's just not very polished. But yeah, just a big fat debug. We'll do the reset or restart chapter function just to show you what it does. It's not that exciting. There goes, that's us right back to the start of the chapter. And if I try to get any of my guns out, you can hear me pressing the D-pad. There's no guns, so it is just a debug level reset, I don't have my AK or my pistol anymore. In fact, I don't think I have any weapons, so you'd have to procure them manually. I've found references in the game to other debug features, you know, debug cameras, things like that, but they're not part of this menu anyway, so there may be more to discover. But I'd say I'm pretty happy with that, considering the fact that I thought there was no way I was going to be able to re-enable that. But, you know, Vita modding along with PS4 and PS3 and all that is possible if you try hard enough. So I'd say I'm kind of happy with that, and I hope you find it kind of interesting too. Nobody else has been able to do this as far as I'm aware, so it's nice to be the first to do something. And I'll see you the next time.